Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks, and welcome to another Thursday Chatting with Troy. This is where I answer your questions. If you've got questions for me, just ask them in the comments section down below. And if you're interested in any of the YouTubers I may mention, or any of the products I may mention in this video, or if you just want to see the questions and where at in the video that I'm answering them, hit the Show More button beneath the video. That'll open the description box, and you'll find a ton of information in there. It's a lot of information. Y'all be sure to go check that out. So, appreciate all the support, and I couldn't do this without each of you asking questions. So thank you very much for the support. Thanks for the questions. Cheers to you. Let's get to asking some questions here. Let's see what kind of answers I come up with for you. Big Lou Barbecue. Right off the bat, go check him out. Hit Show More. Go ahead and subscribe to Big Lou. Check him out, and his link will be down in the description box. Thanks for the question, Big Lou. Troy, when and why did you move from the great state of Louisiana to Texas? Let's see. Mainly because my folks moved out here. My mom and dad moved out here for work, and I decided to come out here and help them. So that's the main reason, and I just never looked back, you know. So I still have family down and around Baton Rouge area, but yeah, when I was probably around 25 or so, I moved out here to Texas. Big Lou also says, my brother did the same thing about 15 years ago, first to the Houston area, and now he lives in San Antonio. I know you live in Austin. Yeah, I do live in Austin. He says, we tease each other a lot about Louisiana versus Texas, so I want to ask you the same question I asked him. When are you moving back to Louisiana? By the way, my brother usually responds, never. Yeah, Big Lou, I'd have to say never as well. I mean, I do like the people in the state of Louisiana itself, but man, it's just so doggone humid there. Rains an awful lot. I just think that Texas is prettier, a lot more sunny weather. It does get a little hotter, but the humidity is not as bad. So, you know, I like Austin, but Texas itself is a huge state, and it's got a lot of different areas. You know, if you want to get into some of the hill country out to the west of Austin, that's fine. It snows out there. It snows up around the Dallas area quite a bit, which is you know, 4 hours north of me. So I can venture out, and if I'm missing the big trees like they have in Louisiana, I just go to East Texas. You know, my mom and my sister both live in East Texas, Northeast Texas. So when I visit them, I get to see those large trees again and stuff. But anyway, I just love Austin, man. I really do. Have no plans of moving back to Louisiana though. Next question's from Martin Flores. Martin, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support. You've been around a long time, man. Thank you, sir. Let's see what kind of question you got for me, Martin. He says, have you thought about doing a live Periscope while you cook? I did actually think about it. I looked into it pretty good, but it's just not a lot of people that I've found doing the Periscope thing. I mean, it was kind of big at one point, maybe a year and a half ago. And that's kind of when I was starting to get into it. But I'm not seeing a lot of interaction on there, so I pretty much have stopped doing the Periscope. So anyway, what I would rather do is do some live streaming on YouTube. That's what I'd rather do. Next question's from Games and Grills. Games and Grills, man. If you got a channel, I'll put it down in the description box. Again, hit Show More, folks. He says, I was totally expecting that Pokemon Go question to be a joke, but I was pleasantly surprised when you said you played it. Yeah. And let me see where I'm at here. I'm real close. I'm real close to hitting level 35, man. Been working on it. He says, it's something I like to play a bit too. My kids really enjoy playing it with me. Cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you. Alright, he goes on to say, I have a question for you if you don't mind. No, I don't mind a bit, man. Appreciate the question. He says, I'm really starting to work on my channel and have named it Games in Grills. And again, check below in the description box. He says he focuses on gameplay videos and some cooking videos as well. But I'm at a loss as to how to promote it. How did you promote your channel when you first started? And he also says, I'm just editing my first smoking video, so stay tuned for that. Thanks, T-Roy. Love your channel, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. I'll go check you out too. I subscribe to all these people, folks. I really do. I don't have time to watch every one of their videos every week. But yeah, if I happen to be seeing what's new and I see one of their channel videos pop up, I'll definitely watch it. As far as promoting my channel, I really didn't do a lot other than maybe promote it on Facebook or on Twitter. I actually created my own, in fact Karen did it for me, created my own Facebook page for T-Roy Cooks. So, you know, I mean, I've got a personal subset with my fans and my family, but, you know, those that I'm pretty close to. But I've also got a T-Roy Cooks page, and that's for pretty much anybody to follow me on. So check it out if you hadn't already. It's called, on Facebook, the page is called Troy Cooks Good Food. And again, all of my social media links are below in the description box. But yeah, man, y'all can check out Games and Grills. That'd be a cool mix, man. I actually do follow some gaming channels, though. So I'll check you out, man. It says, let me see, Robbie Fleming. How you doing, Robbie? He says, how long to smoke pulled pork that's 8 to 10 pounds? Well, Robbie, generally pork is going to take about 2 hours per pound. So 8 pound would be about 16 hours, and 10 pound would be closer to 20 hours. Now that's cooking at 225 Fahrenheit. If you want to raise it up to 250 or 275 Fahrenheit, which pork butt can actually handle, it's going to cut that cooking time more to like 1.5 hours per pound. In fact, I did a hot and fast cook with a pork belly, not pork belly, pork butt, and I don't remember how long it took or how large the pork butt was, but it cooked pretty doggone fast, man, on like 1 hour and 20, 1 hour and 15 minutes per pound, something like that, and that was at 300 Fahrenheit. So if you're interested in that, I'll put that video up here for you. Okay, Robbie? Appreciate the question, man. Next question is from the Venture Aaron. Hope I'm saying that right, man. Sorry if I missed this question being asked or answered. Have you tried the fast and hot method? I think Cooper's does this. What are your thoughts in comparison? I just mentioned it. I put up a hot and fast video cooking pork butt. I keep wanting to say pork belly. Cooking pork butt right at 300 degrees on my Weber Smoky Mountain. And again, just hit that iCard link up there to take you to it. Pork butt works fantastic because it's got all that fat and marbling within it, you know. So hot and fast works out great. I think the only thing I found was that doing a hot and fast, you really have to keep it moist. The bark wants to really darken up at those higher temps. So you may want to just either hold off a bit, you know, like instead of starting to baste it or spritz it. I don't know. I usually start spritzing and stuff when it hits the stall. But you may want to wait a little bit longer on a pork butt at cooking hot and fast, because all that spritzing in those high temps, usually spritz has some vinegar or usually some fruit juice and stuff, apple juice in it. Those juices will actually darken, like, because they got sugar in them, you know. So it's like caramelizing your sugars, and it gives a really dark bark, much more so than if you're cooking at 225. So just bear that in mind. But flavor-wise, I didn't remember, you know, seeing or smelling or tasting any kind of difference. Again, because pork butt has all that fine marbling in it. I wouldn't try doing a brisket at 300. If I pushed one, 275 max, but probably not even that. I usually like 225 to 250 for my briskets. I've even cooked brisket at like 220. Worked out fabulously. Takes a lot longer, but it works out great. But yeah, man, appreciate the question. Chris Drew, have you ever barbecued eel? No, I have not. In fact, I don't remember ever hearing about barbecued eel. I don't know, man. Seemed like it would come out kind of rubbery, chewy. I don't know. Let's see. Next question is from William Barbahan or Barbahan. Let's see. William says, my man, loved the show and the camera you use is fantastic. Hey, thanks, William. It's a Canon G30 that I use, both for this and for my cooking videos. And I actually got a Canon 305 XF or something like that, or XF 305. Anyway, I'm working on getting that one going. Still need to figure it out. It's got a lot more bells and whistles than these G30s. But yeah, appreciate you enjoying the quality video feed there. He says, my question is that my father-in-law is in some amateur rib competitions and he's getting knocked for the cut. That looks great to us. Any tips? Not really, man. I mean, every judge is going to be different. And as far as the cut, where do they want you to? You talking about baby backs or St. Louis? I think most of the time for competitions, use St. Louis, if I'm not mistaken. This would probably be a question that my brother James over at Aim 'em Claim 'em Smokers could answer better. So if you're really curious, James can probably help you a lot better than I can. He actually is in the competition circuit. In fact, he's got a cook coming up here very shortly on the competition circuit. So y'all check him out. Aim 'em and Claim 'em Smokers, and maybe send him a private message or hit him on Facebook or something. See if he'll answer your question for you a little bit better than I can. Or if any of you other fine folks out there, if y'all have got some feedback on this, put it in the comments. Again, we are a community. We help each other out. Next question's from Mad Dog 8148. Mad Dog, where you at, boy? Cheers to you. See what Mad Dog's got for me. T-Roy, my man. Hope all is well, partner. Yep, doing good, man. Hope all is well with you too. He says Thursday chats are the best. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. I couldn't do all this without you fine folks, though. Appreciate all my fans very much. All right, Mad Dog says, a quick question for you. Do you believe cooking a steak on a grill or smoking it of any kind with the bone in really gives it more flavor? Your thoughts? Oh yeah, definitely. Anytime I can get any kind of meat with bone in, I'm going to get it because it does add more flavor. Plus, that bone helps to keep the meat moist. At least that's been my findings anyway. I like it, man. I like bone in anything, man. Bone in pork chops, bone in steak, bone in brisket. It's all good, man. It's all good. I will say, though, that usually the bone will absorb and retain heat. So if you're cooking with the bone in, sometimes the meat will cook faster. Just be careful with that. Let's see. Next question is from Thomas Bunnell. He says, I've watched just about every Thursday chat with Troy, and this was the most entertaining. Thank you. Appreciate it. He says, I have an 18-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. I've done probably 10 cooks on it. Should I deep clean it ever? Typically, I just rinse the majority of it out with hose water, avoiding the barrel section. What do you recommend? I do the same thing, man. I really don't clean mine. I just hose it out. Now, I will fire it up like you would a normal charcoal grill. Damn, I can't talk today. When I fire it up, I will let the grill grates get hot, and then I'll scrub those with a wire brush. But I'm not sitting there scrubbing them until they're all chrome looking again or anything. I'm just knocking off any of the dried up or cooked barbecue sauce or rub or anything like that. Getting some of the drippings off if I can. But as far as the inside, I hose all of the inside out. The lid, the barrel section, my grill grate for the charcoal down there, or the charcoal grate, along with the base for the charcoal. I hose all that out, and then I'll lay it out in the sun and let it dry out real good. And I'll reassemble it, put a cover on it if I need to. But usually I don't because it's really a lot of sunshine here. So I just do that, man. It's no big deal. And I don't know, maybe once a year I may go back and just rub some oil on my grill grates. I think I've had my Weber Smoky Mountain for like over 5 years. And I think once I had to take like my wire brush and like scrub the inside of the lid dome a little bit, because it's starting to have some of the little flaky stuff fall in the meat. So you may want to try that, but usually hosing that stuff off pretty good with a pretty high pressure hose, usually that'll clean it up real good. So that's all I ever do, man. I don't do the deep cleaning. Let me see here what we got next. Next page. Green Bastard. Green Bastard's got a cooking channel. He's up in Canada. Y'all go check him out, man. Links down below. He'll show more. Don't send your kids to his channel, though, folks. If you got kids watching me, you don't want to go to his channel, okay? Not with the kids watching, anyway. We'll just leave it at that. Let's see. GB says, I've got a question for you. What's your favorite Texas rib candy flavor? Also, how hot is it? Rock on, GB. Thank you. Appreciate that, GB. Hot-wise, let's see. I got my thermometer up there. It is currently 95 degrees here in Austin, and it's probably about 5:30 p.m. where I'm at. As far as the rib candies, My absolute favorite has to be the mango habanero. I love me some mango habanero. Their other ones are pretty good. In fact, I was just talking to James. He was over here yesterday. Y'all be seeing that video coming up here soon. But I think James said he likes the cherry habanero, I believe. You know, but each one's got just a little slightly different flavor, and they've got that habanero kick. In fact, they now make it without habanero flavor. You just get the pepper jelly flavor. Or you can get it 2 or 3 times habanero for even more kick. But it's all good stuff. They make one for, it's like for chicken or something. Let me see what it is. I can't remember the name of it. But it's pretty good too. Like a bird bath, I think, or something like that they call it. It's pretty good. I like that one too. That'd be my second one. Let's see, next question is from Chevy 1121 1947. How you doing, Chevy? You've been around a long time, man. I do appreciate it. Thanks for the support. See what you got, Chevy. Chevy says, keep up the Q&As. Great to see James there. You need to hook up with Russ Jones at Smoky Ribs for a Q&A partner. Question. Yeah, I do need to hook up with Russ, and I'm working on it, okay? Appreciate the suggestion. All right, Chevy's question is, have you ever done any wok stir-fry cooking on the grill? No, I have not done that yet. I noticed my new Weber Performer that I recently got, the grill grate that it has an insert in the middle that you can take out and put a wok in there. So I may try that in the future, but I've never done any kind of grilling with a wok. I'd like to try it out though. Sounds like fun. Appreciate the question, Chevy. Let's see what this other one here is. Next question is from 34 Bill Sharp. T-Roy, have another question. I have a Cyber Q. Is there any app or way that I can set an alarm so that my phone will go off when the Cyber Q reached the done temp of my meat? He says, I want to be able to be away from the pit or sleeping and know that my meat is done without checking it on my home network. I don't think you can do that with the Cyber Q. I really don't. I'm not aware of you being able to do that anyway. I'm trying to think. I think both Russ and also, Russ Smoky Ribs, we was just talking about it. Also, Joe, Southern Coastal Cooking. I think they've each used some type of a wireless type meat probe thermometer setup that you can actually check it with your phone. I mean, I remember seeing Russ. He actually took a trip to a grocery store while he had his meat cooking, and there at the grocery store, he showed his phone. He was able to check what the temps were on his pit while he was, 10 miles down the road at the grocery store. So if I can find out what that is, I'll put that down in the link below for the description box. But if I can't, you may want to check with Russ over at Smoky Ribs or Joe with Southern Coastal Cooking. See what they've got. I think they do have something that they've used. I know Russ has for sure. I'm pretty sure Joe has as well. Next question is from Richard's All Up In Ya. How you doing, Richard? That's a crazy name, man. Whew, I'm getting parched. Just hot out here, folks. Cheers. All right, Richard says, hey, T-Roy. Hey, Richard. He said, have you heard of using or used coffee beans for added flavor when smoking? I personally have not done that myself, but I know there are quite a few rubs out there that do use coffee beans or espresso powder type stuff in the rub, and I hear it works really, really well with beef. I'm not sure about other meats, but with beef, yeah. I've actually tried it. It is pretty good. But I'm personally not a coffee drinker. I'm more of a tea drinker. Cold iced tea, southern tea. But I don't know, maybe I'll try some tea leaves on my rub. I don't know. But coffee, yeah, I've tried it. It's pretty good stuff, man. Richard also goes on to say, my neighbor bought me some smoked turkey and he mixed some coffee beans in with the wood, and it was incredibly amazing. What you think? That would be kind of fun to try out. Just get some regular roasted coffee beans and throw them on your pit, with the wood. That'd be nice. I bet that would be good. But you get that coffee smell, the aroma, I was thinking, putting it, ground up and mixing it with rub. But yeah, just putting the beans on some charcoal briquettes or lump charcoal or on wood. I bet that worked pretty good, man. I'll have to give that a try. Thanks for the suggestion, man. Mike S. says, do you listen to or recommend any barbecue podcasts? No, Mike, I don't really have time to listen to podcasts all that much. In fact, the only one that I've listened to, and it was very recently, was my buddy Tom over Tom's Test Kitchen. He's got a new upstart company, Wax Crate Records, and he's doing a podcast on there talking about vinyl records from back in the early days, you know, when we grew up. So if you're interested, check out Wax Crate Records, or look for the Wax Crate Records podcast, which you can also find from his website, waxcraterecords.com. Put the link down below. How about that? And be sure and check out Tom's Test Kitchen on YouTube. Same guy, does both. He's multi-talented, folks. He loves his vinyl records, so he puts on a really good podcast. Let's see. Mike also says, I listen to Barbecue Central show, but am looking for more. Perhaps one that doesn't focus as much on the competition circuit. Yeah, I don't know of any, Mike. I apologize, man, but if any of you folks out there know of any great podcasts like Mike is asking for, please go ahead and put it down in the comments below and let Mike know. That would be very helpful. Fifi, come here, girl. Come here. I think Fifi sees my thing floating around in the pool, my little chair float around in. It's okay, girl. It's okay. Calm down. She spooks very easy, folks. Sorry about that. Thanks for the question, Mike. Next question is from my brother Jatil, Elton's Barbecue Pit. Y'all go check him out. Does some fine stuff. I've mentioned before he's in Norway. He sent me that Norway hat that I wear sometimes. In fact, this one's Steen's, what is it? Steen's Smokehouse. Sorry about that, David. Now go check out David's channel, Steen's Smokehouse, man. He's got some good stuff. But Jatil, Elton's Barbecue Pit. He's one I mentioned that does all kind of smoking and stuff on his Rubber Smoky Mountain. And he doesn't put up a video every week, but I know he tries to. But a lot of times, you know, he's busy with work and everything like the rest of us are. He's got some great videos too, man. Y'all go check him out. Link down below, Elton's Barbecue Pit. See what you got from us, Jatil. Says, what are your thoughts about places and websites like the barbecuepitboys.com, etc.? He says, sometimes it looks very staged and rehearsed, but they look really good. Cheers from over here. Jatil. All right, thanks, Jatil. To my brother, Jatil in Norway. Cheers to you, my friend. Yeah, it looks like some of that stuff is, you know, staged, which kind of makes sense, I guess, when you get that big. Some folks like having a script to go by. Some folks enjoy knowing ahead of time where the camera placement's going to be, so that they'll know which way to look at a certain camera for an angle or something, you know. So a lot of people do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it does kind of come off as being fake sometimes, but it's if you do it and do it right, it's fine, okay? And like the Barbecue Pit Boys, I'll watch them. I mean, I like what they do. I enjoy it. If it's rehearsed or staged or scripted or whatever, that's fine by me. They just keep doing their thing. It's cool because every channel does their own thing, really. I mean, there's some copycats out there, but for the most part, everybody does their own thing. You know, I don't script my stuff. I don't think ahead of time, at least not, you know, a day or two in advance anyway, maybe 5 minutes in advance where I'm going to set up my camera, you know, to try to get some good lighting or good angle or something, but it's not like pre-rehearsed or any of that stuff like that. So it's fine. Everybody does their own thing. Whatever works for you, I'm fine with it. I do what works well for me. What works well for the others is fine as well. And Jatil, I don't think you script or knowingly go ahead and pre-rehearse anything that you do either. Yours comes off very natural, and it looks very nice. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. Next question's from Matthew Ilian. Matt, you and Holly up in Alaska, how you doing, man? Appreciate you. That's my brother from a different mother. Love you, man. All right, Matt says, great Q&A, my brother Troy. I know you've grown your own hot. Hang on, Matt. Told you I can't talk today. All right, Matt says, I know you grow your own peppers. Have you ever thought of making your own hot sauce? Nope, I haven't, man. I really haven't. Usually when we grow our peppers, it's to make salsas, and we just don't they make some pretty good, really nice hot sauces around here. Plus, you know, I do like the Louisiana hot sauces. Louisiana hot sauce and Crystal brand's really good. I like Texas Pete. Karen likes the Frank's Red Hot type wing sauce stuff. But yeah, man, they got some really good sauces. So I don't really make my own. I mean, if I couldn't find any locally that I like, yeah, I'd probably go ahead and make my own. But I never have. Again, we just use our peppers and stuff to make salsa. It's good stuff. Appreciate the question, Matt. Hope you and Holly doing well, man. Kenneth Cunningham. Let's see, Ken. I think Ken's got his own channel. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Like KC and JB Cooking Channel or something like that. I'll put the link down below for you, okay, Ken? Ken says, have you done a video about making homemade barbecue sauce? I bet you make some good stuff too. I have not, Ken. I've done it one time. I made like a blueberry chipotle barbecue sauce, and it came out pretty good. But it's the same thing with hot sauces. They've got a lot of people making a lot of good barbecue sauces, and two of my favorite are You Know You Want It from El Rabbit's Barbecue. Excellent stuff that Manuel makes, and he's up around Dallas. Also, Tim-Bucks, tim-bucks.com. Get you some of their sauce, man. You Know You Want It and Tim-Bucks, they taste really, really similar, folks. They're both very, very good. Personally, I like the spicy, and the spicy just means it's got more black pepper, okay? It's not like super cayenne spicy hot. Y'all check them out. Links are down below. Show them some love. And El Rabbit's Barbecue got a cooking channel on YouTube. Check him out. Links down below. Let's see. Appreciate the question, Ken. And if I can find your channel, I'll put it down and link to before. I know I'm subscribed to you, buddy, but I can't remember the name of your channel. I apologize. Kite Rider. My buddy Kite Rider. That's Adam. What's his new cooking channel called? He just started a new cooking channel last week, folks. He's over in the UK, and his cooking channel is cool because it specifically uses products there in the UK. He doesn't use any products from the US or Germany or anything. Just the UK stuff, all right? Soul of Smoke, I think is what it is. I'll put the link down below for you, Adam, but y'all go check him out. He did some ribs that looked fantastic, folks. Really, really looked good, man. He's cool. He's easy to watch too. He really explains himself thoroughly, and I wish him very much success on the YouTube channel, man. Let's see. Adam says, "Hey T-Roy, do you know anything about the Pit Boss 24-inch Kamado from Costco?" Not really. I think I've had somebody else ask a similar question about this same Kamado cooker. I haven't. I want to say it was when Justin was doing that Thursday chat with me. We had a question similar to this, and I think Justin answered it. But, you know, all Kamados are pretty much the same. They're all going to pretty much cook the same. The difference is the quality of the products they're made from and the arrangement of the inserts. You know, the cooking grates and the different heat deflector ceramics and all that good stuff. You know, the different companies do their own thing, but for the most part, they all cook pretty much the same. You know, you can do low and slow, you can bake, you can sear, however you want to do it, man. They all work really well. They do sometimes break easily, you know, so be careful about that kind of stuff. But personally, I don't really know a lot about them. So if any of you out there have any knowledge about this Pit Boss cooker, 24-inch Kamado from Costco, if you've got some experience with it, go ahead and let Adam know. Kite Rider, and I think it's Soul of Smoke is his current channel note. So check him out. Sorry I couldn't answer your question personally, but hopefully some of my fans will answer you. Great Ghost Koga. Hey T-Roy, enjoy your weekly talks. I'm just down south of you in the wonderful town of Hallettsville, Texas. Where you at? How you doing, man? I ain't too far from it. Cheers to a fellow Texan. Alright, he says, I have a follow-up question about using Grape Vine for smoking. Hit me. He says, I have plenty of it on my property. Cool, man. You make wine? Or you just sell the grapes? That'd be some. I love me some grapes, man. Especially red grapes. That's my favorite. He says, is there a concern with having the bark on it? I know it's not desirable to have bark on oak or mesquite. Come on, almost had it. He says, I'm assuming it's not an issue since it's a thin bark. Yeah, you're right. You don't have to worry about the bark on the Grape Vine because it is a thin bark. It burns up pretty quickly. So I wouldn't worry about it. When I use it, I just throw it on there. I don't worry about it at all. Folks, not sure how long this session went, but I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Again, if you've got questions, ask them in the comment section below the video. And I hope you'll check out the description box. Again, it's got a lot of great information down there. Just hit show more beneath the video. Check out all those fantastic YouTube channels that I mentioned. And if you help, give some feedback on some of those questions I couldn't answer because I didn't know, I appreciate the feedback. Hopefully that'll help somebody. And couldn't do this without all of you fine folks, so thank you again. I do appreciate it. Keep the questions coming. We'll keep these Thursday chats coming. Cheers to all of y'all. If y'all like this kind of stuff, y'all give me a thumbs up. If you're not a sub yet, I hope you do go ahead and subscribe. And please, hope you share this video with all your friends and family and co-workers. And when you do, I hope you tell all of your friends and family and co-workers that T. Roy cooks responsibly. Cheers, everybody.